way, but I don't see it. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one, which is Ashley Blackstone. Let's see if Ashley's plot works. It works. Now this is called Blackstone Vault, and I like this one for a number of reasons. When people ask me how I pick these homes, what makes me decide to show one in place of a different one, it could be maybe it's just I'm in a good mood that day, I don't know. But this one, it just kind of has a different approach to some of the elements that it has. First off, you kind of get the feeling that it's, when I first came here, even though it said Blackstone Vault, I got the feeling it was more like a compound where a group of people would come, because you see these, it's like little training areas. You've got like the shooting range here on the left, and then on the right, it's like an obstacle course. You've got the tire run, the wall that you gotta jump over, and then the beams here, and then you got the, I don't know, another little wall you gotta climb over, and all these little things, the barbed wire that you gotta crawl under. It's just it looks like a training grounds to me for like a group of, I don't know, raiders, combaters, whatever you want to call them. But I thought that was a different thing. I haven't seen an actual obstacle course put together. Well, I'm sorry, Samson. I can't help it. We just like the same kind of places, I guess. I try to find new places. They're new for me, at least. Let's see. Is there something back here? A weird little thing going on. I don't think there's anything up above. They took the time to make all this overgrown grass, though. See if I can get a good shot of the plot itself. I think that might be too high of a jump. There we go. So yeah, it's like a little compound. That's what it reminds me of. And the name of the plot more describes what's down below. For me, anyway. Like this little outdoor camping picnic area. So I know there's like some ladders and doors that I can get in, but we're going to go all the way to the front again, just to make sure we hit it from the right side. Here we are at the main entrance to this little building. I don't know if it's like to be used for the guild, you know, as a little guild hall or something. But here you have the little bar area. And see, again, you got all these like little lockers. So it reminds me of something where you're going to have a lot of people coming to visit, change their clothes, things like that. And then you have the little gym area where you got your treadmills and the weight lifting. They even took the time to put the cushions so that you won't hurt your head. A little practice sparring mats. And then they've added a boxing ring as well. I've only seen 2 others do this, one being a guildmate. Interesting little build. That's the funny thing about these chains. You have no collision whatsoever. So if you're looking for something to like make a beaded curtain for a doorway or something, those are perfect because they do not block you from going through them. Just doing another quick reload. Getting irksome again. Here's another little sparring area. this time with swords and little test dummies so you can practice your skills. Here we have their little medical hall. And every time I mention the hovering medical cot for the water, that's what I'm talking about. It gives that little bluish effect, and a lot of people will turn that upside down and stick it under some water, and that gives it that nice illusion of motion when there is none. But that's what the item actually looks like. Here's a nice living room. Another little porch picnic area. And this is a good example of where I was talking about earlier, where people have found ways to use some of the new hover part pieces in interesting ways. I really adore how they've dressed up kiddie pool here. A fab kit that they've just added on top of and made it something completely different. How clever is that? I love that. See, my guildmates should be watching and they can see this is how you do a swimming pool. So many of them saying, I don't have any ideas. This is like a perfect little example. Just made it their own. So you get that nice, cool, kind of standing water effect. Not so much motion that you would expect on the new waterfall decor. Just that cozy, and they got the little play toy floating around in it too. I love that. Little changing room, I guess. Little garden area with a little bit of lighting. Just little details like that really bring a house to life. Now, even though this particular room, there's nothing custom built in it. It's little things like that that draws my attention. So it's not like you have to have the whole plot be super fancy. Here's the shower room. Not too happy with it being a community shower. I wouldn't want to be in here with anybody else, but interesting choice of items for the shower heads. They're just using the pillars and the copper metal bowls. Let's see, did I go over on this side? I'm not sure. I cannot remember. No. So this, I think, is the little, yeah, it's like the little sauna room. Some huge benches to accommodate any Granok folks that might come around too. I like the little pit here. That's really nice. Again, it's a good use of the hover part pieces. I think this is just a viewing area for the outside. Kind of like an indoor porch. This is another restroom area. Those are some big toilets. And I guess this is supposed to be like a dance hall. This reminds me of like a ballet thing where they would put their leg up and kind of do some stretches. And maybe this is like an exercise ball. And these are some mats that you could roll out and some other things like that. So like a dancer, you know, maybe they do their yoga here, or, you know, jazz to the classics kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know what that is. And then of course you have their little centerpiece here. A huge potted floating tree above a little enclosure here, which is, I think, the focus of the plot, the vault. So in we go. Trying not to zoom out too much because I don't want it to go jiggly when the camera wants to go wonky for me. So again, I don't know if you would call this anything in particular. There's a variety of things going on here. This is like a little storage room. Looks like where their mainframes and stuff are. And then let's see, go to the left. I say to the left and I went right, but I meant the left from coming in. I'm not confusing at all, no. Here's a little kitchen. Those are some big utensils there. That's a big bowl of fruit too. Everything's big. I guess it's just some small. I love the little wine rack here. Just 2x4s. Something, yeah, I think it's 2x4s. Carefully lined up so that you give that little lattice effect. It'd be good for someone that's wanting to do some lattice work for like their yard and they want to have like some rose bushes or rose vines growing on it. The habanero plants work really nicely for that. A lot of interesting little storage bits and things. I assume this is meant to be like the kitchen. I mean the refrigerator in the kitchen. And past the dining area, you've got the TV room. Getting tired, I guess. Let's see. That's the way we come in. That's the storage, so off to here. Another little medical area. For me, if I'm going to have the two separate sections, the above ground and the below ground, I wouldn't do similar setups for both. That's just a personal preference of mine. I would try and find something else to put here than another medical area. Here's a lovely little garage. Look at the awesome car. Don't you want to just hop in that and drive away? Turn it on. There you go. He's revving now. It's got some cool headlights, which I believe is the Chua spotlights, and then looks like a combination of the Exile shelf and the Marauder net for the grill here. Kind of like, I don't know, it reminds me of Mad Max or something. He's got these sword bits on the tires, like he's gonna tear up somebody else's car. A nice use of the sofas. I think the sofas are usually kind of ugly. I don't like using them, but that's a good use for it, having it built into a car. Got his little aerodynamic stuff going on here. Just a mishmash of different pieces. It's just a crazy amount of stuff there. Yeah, I'll go there in a little bit. Hit this area first. This seems to be like their little war room where they not only practice a little bit of sword work, but they kind of plan their attacks. Maybe they're looking through books about how to fight. I don't know. Let's see. Over here we have another kind of storage area, but this seems to be more like prized possessions. They're all in locked boxes or behind glass shelves. I think those are glass, maybe not. Kind of weird with the one that's lit up. I guess it's a little bonsai tree. Lots of shelving there. zoom in again. Otherwise, they're going to be zipping around. I like how they've got this set up so it looks like there's another area blocked off. So here's another living room. Again, it just seems kind of weird to have this above and below. I almost missed these the first time I come through here because of the use of the flags as doorways. But these are nice little personal bunker spaces. Another one here. And then we just kind of backtrack the other side. This could be where the team goes when there's a lot of disruption above. This is where they hang out. Here's a little gardening room. Kind of cramped in here, but got all the tools and things for it. Wow. Big bush. Somebody that wants to come and enjoy the plants and just wants to read. Oh, I didn't notice that, Samson. That's probably right, with the driver's side on the right. I think that was all of this up here. Okay, which one? This one or the far one? Let's go in this one since we're here. That'll work okay. So here we got a shower / laundry room. I like the showers. Kind of is reminiscent of those upstairs, but these are kind of more individualized little compartments. And then you got the washing machine here. I like this. I did a washing machine myself not too long ago, and I kind of went overboard on how I put it together, but this is a nice, simple, effective way of doing that. Again, if you can get away with fewer items but still pull it off as people knowing what you're meaning to make, that's a plus. Let's see. And we got this one here. Little storage space down below, and then like this building is so huge. There's so much stuff going on. Here's this where the two head honchos come and play games. They play WildStar on their computers. Let's see. Little dining area. Another little desk. Maybe that's not dining, maybe that's interrogation. Because this looks like a prison. How cool is that? I like the bars with the glass. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in here and stuck for a while, but at least they give you a bathroom. I've seen a few prison kind of holds that don't have many toilets. So you wonder. So yeah, I guess this is an interrogation room. Where they took you out, and if you did something naughty, that's where you're going to go. Okay, so let's see, have I covered everything? I think I got one more area back here. Yep, another bathroom. Plenty of bathrooms around here. So that's Ashley Blackstone's home, the Blackstone Vault. Just a different approach to, you know, some of the same stuff. Using the same kind of materials, you can get all sorts of trying to see if the one is on here. Let's see if I can get it to pop up. I'd really like to tour the place today because I promised I would, and now I'm having trouble getting in. Like when you want to, it just doesn't want to cooperate. So let's try Sinshir's place. And it will probably be the last one for today if I can't get Leo's to work. That Sinshir Soul Breeze. The Morning Forest. Morning, not morning. If that makes any sense. Like miners, not miners. I like this one because with the fall coming and the highly anticipated Shades Eve in-game event that is supposed to hit this year, I've been really kind of keeping my eye open for plots that kind of have a spooky kind of approach to it. We don't have really too many listed that fit that theme, but this is definitely one that kind of can lend itself nice to the creepy kind of fixins. We're just kind of gonna walk around here and see what they got. Nice little creepy glowy pool. I don't know if there's anything really specifically around here. Didn't really explore too much, so I guess that's supposed to be like a waterfall area. But a nice spot for a little creepy cave. Again, I apologize if it's not really coming through too good because it is a dark plot. Because you know, see, here's the nice. You've set up this waterfall. One approach of doing it when you don't really have the waterfall decor in the game yet. I like their ingenuity in that respect. But yeah, it is a dark plot because, you know, spooky typically means dark, so it's kind of hard to see some of the detail unless you like turn your screen up or something. But who wants to do that? Yeah. Even the music is kind of creepy. Hints at something a little extra. So here we have another example of a water effect. This kind of reminds me more of a pond. But again, they've added that water to make it look more like a very split up waterfall there. I don't know, can we jump up those things? I think it's too high. I'm not good at jumping puzzles anyway, so if you find a way up, you let me know. I'm not going to spend all day trying to jump up it. Because I will not make it, I promise. Let's see, I don't think you can go up that way. It may be that you're not meant to go up. They might not want you to see what's up above because it might look kind of messy up there. But I like how they keep kind of, even though it's dark and wooded, there's a glass floating in the air. It might have just been something they forgot. Because some of those pieces, if you size them down a certain size, if you back off a little bit, you can't see them. I've done that with plates before and found them later. Well after I've messed with it, you know. It's like, oops. But I like how it's not super overgrown, but it's still kind of, it feels confined and creepy. Here's a little skeet village. Oh, look, they're cooking the carrot. Oh, poor little fella. It's almost over your head there. It's a big old carrot too. Guess it's gonna feed the family here. Poor carrot. I did that for revenge. They deserved that little squishing cooking the carrot. Okay, I'm just kind of wandering around. I really haven't explored this place too much, so. Ew, it almost had like sluggy effects, like it was like, yeah, I don't want them to cook me too. Okay, what do we got here? Looks like it might be in plan for something that hasn't been built yet, because it's pretty spacious, this little cave area here. See a ramp. Made of obsidian rock. Yeah, this looks like it might be an incomplete area where they started building and just haven't finished yet. Because this is like a little, like a roof patio kind of thing. Good view of the village there. Well, how did you get up there? Look at that, I can't. I'm so horrible at jumping, I swear. Nice view of the village there. And not much else. Can't see squat in this dark. Don't want to wander off too much because I know there was another spot down below that we didn't see. I will just head back down inside the cave. But I like how they use the combination of not just the obsidian rocks, but also the stepping stones. They'll be very happy with the new rock items too. We've got some sandstone coming and some more gray stones with markings on them. Let's see, I think we need to go this way. It's a little fab kit here with like the hot springs or something. With the little pod people in their pods. Oops. Yeah, I couldn't even jump that little rock. That's embarrassing. I don't know what that is. It's one of those Elden statue thingies. Same way with this. I think it's a Elden statue left or right or something or other. So it's kind of like a special place here. Let's see. I think we can get out this way. All right, am I supposed to, no, not go up there. This is, oh, look at those hoot owls. The hoogles, they got glowy red eyeballs. That's kind of creepy. I think we've kind of made a circle around the plot. We're back to the front again. I think that's, oh, I forget the name of that. It's got that little pulsating little sack of something on the top. Kind of gross. Unknown something or other. Okay, so I think that just leaves the main house. I want to get a closer look at the hoogles with the red eyes. I imagine that's the red party lanterns or the red lanterns being used for that. Same way with here, they give it that creepy effect. Got one of the wolf things for the handle. And we're in. I like the I guess it's either the haunted door or the train door used for that. Now, this is part of my favorite bit of this particular plot is a lot of the furniture they've used the stones for those bits. You know, usually we think of using wood and metal, and you don't see a lot of stone features like this, but that's a very clever way of using it. Especially if you want to go natural. So any orange out there, this is definitely something to keep in mind. Nice little shower stall. I don't have one of these. I wish I did. I think it comes from either a PVP bag or something. Hey Lucy, I'm a stalker myself. Most people don't know that because I don't stream live like play. I don't do any combat stuff. I'm all about housing, so I don't really show off that I'm a lousy stalker. But yeah, that's my class. But I think that's the counterpart to the blue light lounge table. This is the blue light drink table, I think. It's the round one. I wish I had some of those, but I don't. No problem, Lucy. Thanks for dropping by. If you have any other questions, even if it's not housing related, I don't mind. I will answer if I can. I love the toilet here. The interesting combo of plates and bowls. Got the little pull chain. A little exhaust for when someone has a bad time in the toilet. Oh my gosh. What do we got up here? The flashing is kind of scary. Okay, I like these little, here you have a little area, and remember I said about the chains. This is a fun use of it too, to kind of make it, it's not like a cage, it's just another way of separating off a room. Oh, look, they got a carrot there, they're gonna sacrifice it. What is it with these people and the carrots? What do they have against us veggies? Poor little thing. Just want to snatch it up and hug it. But I like this little, if I can zoom out far enough to show it, it's just a little, I don't know, a terrarium of sorts built into the wall here. I really like that kind of stuff. It makes it look like it's part of the home, that it just came that way. Yeah, it does. It's pretty robust. This is just a few tidbit examples of some of the things you can do. As I've told some of the people that I've talked with, really anything you can imagine, you could probably build. I like their little kitchen setup here. It's kind of simple, but it's got some interesting pieces. Got the refrigerator that they've built in, using hammers for the handles. Little countertop and countertop here using the Dominion conference tables. Again, they've incorporated the stone, and this time they're using it for their stove top. I like the little actual stove sections here. I think those are those Heart Collection side tables. The unique way of doing it. I like that. Same right here, they've got the kitchen built in, got the countertop, more of the obsidian rock. Simple little wood shelf there. Yeah, definitely. You have people come to the basic homes and they go, "Oh my gosh, this house is so tiny," and then you come and see how somebody divvied it up with the floors and the walls, and it just looks like it just keeps going on and on and on. Now, let me go back to this real quick. This Exonite wall. It's not really a light piece, but it does have a little bit of a glow to it. So it's really good for that ambient lighting if you're looking for something to kind of draw attention. That's a good way. I've seen that done mostly in bars and dance halls, but it works nicely for that little kitchen there. Here's another use of the stones. This time it's for the open hearth. How simple but effective is that? I like the way they kind of divided off this area with the beams here as well. But yeah, I've seen all manner of places. Just definitely, if you're into the building this kind of stuff, this is the game for you because it is already robust and it's just growing more so as time goes on. Here's a makeshift grandfather clock. They're just using the hanging clock. Looks like the drake and gong, some glass, and then 2x4s and pillars to shape it up. A really nice approach to that. I've seen a few grandfather clocks. This is probably one of the better looking ones. Let's see, I think I missed what was over there. You know, I get in the habit, a bad habit of not even paying attention to that, but they actually added some stuff in here. Let's see. Looks like another open hearth, mirroring what they did down below. But how cool is this aquarium here? That is an awesome one. All kinds of little water plushies. And stones and different kinds of plants to make it look like it's a nice little... It's one way to show off other plushies other than just setting them out like this. At least this carrot's not being tortured in it or anything. That's good. Well, the only area that you actually unlock decor is if it's tied to reputations for certain factions. You do have to kind of raise up your reputation with that specific faction to open, you know, make it more available. But there's decor from drops. As Samson said, there's if you're an architect like I am, you can craft a good many of items. There's some directly off the shop. I can't show it to you here because I'm not on my own plot, but there's lots of them straight from the vendors. There's various vendors all through the zones that offer some. A lot of them, though, are again tied to the reputation. You can get them from open world drops, dungeon drops, ship hands do it, things from contracts. As we go into free to play, you'll have opportunity to get those from your daily login rewards, straight from the cash shop. There's also loyalty rewards. Well, they're going to be called cosmic rewards that you'll be able to earn that way as well. Some are tied to PvP activities, some are tied to raiding. It's just a huge variety, and for those that you can't get a hold of, a lot of them you can, you know, grab off of the AH as well. Interesting way to frame this picture here. Just a word for those that have this picture and use it. I think it's one of those that if you size it up real big, you can walk straight through the image. It doesn't have any collision. I usually find that in Dominion homes, they use that as like secret passages to kind of hide that. Yeah, sure, no problem. If you want to try out the game and you want to see some of the stuff that's coming, or just to play around, and you're not really interested in subscribing, we are currently in a closed beta for the free to play, and there's a link on my Twitch channel page to the news thread that you can get a link to sign up for the beta yourself. And if you get lucky, oh, I thought this was the door. I'm just walking into the cabinet. I knew that. But yeah, now's a perfect time to get in, test it. You know, if there's some things that you think can be changed, that would be a chance for you to do that. give you feedback if you find it really nice, all that they've done. Then, you know, I'm not sure what this is. Is this supposed to be like a hammock where you can sit in it? It's kind of weird. I'm not sure about that. Because see, then they got this little, what is it with the torture stuff? I have an obsession with the torture. They got like a whip over here. And that stretchy thing again, I guess that's a torture thing too. I don't know what those are. Oh, well, Grex, welcome to the PTR then. I was hoping to do a tour today on the PTR because there was mention that there's some new stuff on the housing vendor, but unfortunately the housing servers were down this morning, so I didn't get a chance. But maybe later today. Definitely tomorrow, probably. I like the cabinets here. They're using the tall files for the handles again. Again, when you're making some crafted stuff like this, it's excellent to use gadgets that for handles and stuff that is a different color than the part that you're using as the cabinet faces. It helps draw attention. I've seen some that they'll put handles on, but the color is too matchy and it's hard to see. And this really, there's no problem like that here. Interesting bed. I'm not a fan of the chains hanging all over it, but I guess it's their thing. I'm delighted that there's not a camera or anything here, like on the granite bed. Well, Samson, that's probably just because you just like building everything up front. You got to have it all now. It really depends. I guess in the beginning it can get kind of frustrating because you see all this nifty stuff and you want to have it instantly. But as I remind those that I talk to about it, think of housing as a marathon, not as a sprint. It's an investment. You're going to spend hours upon hours messing around with this stuff. You'll think of an idea that you want to do, you'll build it, and then you go, I think I have another idea, and you'll scratch it or scrap it and start over. And I like the sink. Again, they're using those natural rocks for it. Interesting little faucet head here. I think it's a tiny Chua cup and a tall file for the faucet. And for the shower thing, I think it's the red moon vent. What do we got in here? Did you already open the door? Or did I come in here already? I'm confused. Again, simple little construction for the shelving, just 2x4s used. I got lots of towels apparently. Saunas are a favorite thing. I don't know, I've never lived in a house that actually had one of these. I usually see them in like resorts or something. Inventory space, generally speaking, that's if you're talking like bag space, it's like a lot of other games, you start off with a small amount, and as you collect extra bags, you put them in your little bag equipped section, and that increases your storage space here. We also have personal banks that you can unlock more spaces in there. If you have a guild, you could probably store some things in there as well. I haven't seen mention of that on the PTR as far as what's available in the cash shop, but I wouldn't be surprised if they have a way to maybe add extra panels or something for, at least for maybe the personal bank. I'm not really sure about that because I haven't looked at, again, I'm obsessing about housing, so I kind of pay more attention to that. Like for instance, the housing, currently we have a set limit of 1,000 decor inside and 1,000 decor outside. once the free-to-play hits, we'll be able to buy upgrades to that to increase the amount of decor that we can put down. I like this little fire pit here. It's just some walls, some of those swirly rocks, granite floor. No, that's Draken floor, and a little fire under there. It's cute. And handy use of the dividers, by the way, for the seating. You're not looking to spend a lot of, you know, they spent a lot of the like 2x4s on the shelving here, but they kind of reserved it there, not making it too complicated. Okay, have we hit every room? I feel like we're missing something. Let's see. There. I think there was something downstairs. Maybe. I hate missing stuff because I feel bad if they tell me later, well, you missed this room, and I don't do it on purpose, trust me. I try to spot everything. And try and do another reload. Get that jumping. Yeah, I think there was one downstairs, but I don't remember where it was. I got the A-Team song in my head. Ugh. Ah, yeah, right when we first come in, and I completely didn't see it. Here we have a kind of creepy shelf area. It's got the little coffin there. Makes me wonder. At least there's not a carrot in it. I was expecting that. So this is like a little private room. Got his little bed. That's a nice little setup. I don't know what all the chain things is. Funny little shelf here. Again, they did the cabinets kind of like they did upstairs, which is nice. I like when they do that continuity thing, they kind of make it. It's like if someone uses a certain decoration, like a horn window or something, they kind of play it all the way through. That kind of brings that in. Using the Exonite wall again for some ambient light, even though it's not an actual light. That's a good way of cheating the light limit. Finding items like that. Okay, so I think that's all for Sinshir Soulbreeze's Morning Forest. I know it sounds like I'm saying morning, but I'm saying morning. Morning, not morning. It's so bad that I can't go to the one place I wanted to go to, for sure. I may have to do it next time. Are you able to go to it? I think it's, I hope I got the name right, Leo Skyward. It's the Chillin' Scarb, or Cherubin's Scarb, or I don't know, Skill and Cherub. I can't even think of the name of the place. It's a popular RP hangout. I can't find it. But for whatever reason, it keeps saying the player does not exist. Either I've spelt the name wrong, which I hope is not the case. Let me check real quick. I'm pretty sure I got the name right, but I will double check. I think they're on the RP directory here. No, not that one, not that one. No, that's his other one that we just toured earlier. Yeah, the skill. Oh, okay, I spelled the name wrong. It's Sunward, not Skyward. Okay, so let's try it this way. Leo Sunward. There we go. I figured it out. That's my bad. It tells you how often I visit the bars. I don't go bar hopping, although a lot of my guildmates enjoy that. So it's called the Skill and Cherub, or Sill and Cherub. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but anyway, this is one of the plots that I mentioned earlier that will be going bye-bye when the free-to-play hits. His plan is he's going to rebuild it more or less to the same theme, but he's going to expand upon it. So even though it's going to be there later, it's not going to really look the same. So he wanted me to kind of tour the place, to kind of capture it as it is now, and so that later he can appreciate how far he's come, as not only in his building techniques, but just the overall look of it, I guess. Now, I've been here once, like way back when it first opened, so I don't really remember what all is here. But this is one of those plots that kind of gives you the idea that you're in Thade itself, the actual city, and this is just kind of like a little corner of it. So you have these like little faux doors all over the place to kind of give you that illusion that there's more to this place than meets the eye. Won't let me open the doors. Can you open them? Keep saying line of sight is off. I don't know if that's actually supposed to be. Well, see, you have the magic touch. Isn't that amazing? See, that's why I have you around. So you can open the doors for me. Oh my gosh. It'd be so bad. Just a little balcony. Like I said, it's kind of like supposed to be like a town. See, I think his intention was to expand from here, but if I recall rightly, he ran out of decor space, decor limit, so he kind of had to shut it off. But it's like a little, whoops, we missed a little thing here. A little kind of city section. And this would probably be an extension of something as well. But once the free-to-play comes, he's definitely going to be expanding it. Now, I know that's pointing to go in there, but we'll come back to that later, because I believe that's the actual bar place. I just want to show everything besides that first. So you got the little fab kit here that he's just kind of included in his build. So it's like a nature park kind of thing. And I think the entrance is on the other side of this building here. Another little faux door over there to kind of give the illusion that there's another little bar thing here. So here we have a nice little balcony thing going on. Romantic little by the night setup for a couple. Let's see, is this the actual bar? Maybe we shouldn't come in here. Let's go back out. Run! I don't want to go into it too soon. I want to get that to last. There's a little, whoa, that was kind of weird. Public bathroom here. I'm probably missing a few things. I'm going to have to go back and just double check, but we'll go into the bar on this side. Because I think this is meant to be like the entrance here. I like the use of the signs as the little arrows pointing in. Some use the golden arrows for that. Okay, this isn't what I was expecting. I don't remember this. Wow. Okay, that is the bar then. Well, okay, we'll come back. I just keep dragging you around everywhere. I thought that was the bar up here. That kind of freaked me out. Have you been here before, Samson? Wow, that was a bad attempt at going up the stairs. So I guess this is just a personal home here. Wow. Where do you want to go? We'll go in here, I guess. So it's like a bar. To me, this is the skill and cherub itself. Huh. I'm so confused. Like here's the bar, lots of seating. I remember this part. I'm out here. Okay, this is from the other side. Wow. Or maybe it's two parts. One is the skill and the other one's the cherub. I don't know. I do know that when they do have their RP events here, they have folks come and roleplay as the bartenders and just kind of liven up the place. Like I said, I know of several guildmates that come here. In fact, one is behaves as an employee of the place. Interesting little storage area. But yeah, this one's been around almost as long as we've been running, I think. It wasn't too long after, I think, that he built this. There's some upstairs to go to. So this one's been around for a while, so I'm giving a little bit of a warning to those that might use it. And here's his little dance thing. Do the I really hate that challenge as well. It's in Fade. But anyway, he gave me a heads up and said that this will be going, he's going to be tearing it down and starting from scratch, the way I understand. Like I said, he's planning to rebuild it, you know, with the same theme in mind, but he's going to be doing it differently. Nice little overlook to some of the other properties. I like the little lighting up here. It almost has that starlight effect. I'm sure that's what that one, do you remember that one we went to that was the spaceship down below? And we were wondering what they used for the sky effect. I'm sure that's the bushes they used for that. Nice little reading nook up here above the bar. Okay, so I think we covered all of these, so that I think we're safe to go. Oh wait, we got a room here. Oh, okay, so this is just leads to the other spot. I like this, I guess this is to kind of showcase maybe the different acts that come to their place. I don't know. And these are just the posters that you see here. They're used here too. The very metallic looking material. Those are just travel posters. Used them. It's funny to see that against each other like that. Okay, so in we go. Down below. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been down here. How awesome is this? Get the lighting and the glowing and the glass. Talk about a nightclub. This is definitely it. Lovely seating. These are just Chua shelves that are turned upside down with Chua cushions on top. Perfect music for it as well. guess that's supposed to be an aquarium type of thing. They got some gar swimming around in there. Stairways got the energy barriers marking it. Wow, look at all the bottles and stuff. That took some time to stock those up, and a lot of decor count. I mean, that's a lot. Lovely little bar and grill area here. Again, when they use this for the roleplay, I'm pretty sure they have employees come and fill up these areas. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Again, he might have run out of the decor limit, so he couldn't really expand on it too much. Really hard to see. I think it's just an empty hall. How depressing. But imagine what he can do with the extra decor count once we get it. Oh no, we're locked in on this side. We're stuck. I know there's some stairs there, but we're gonna continue on the lower floors first. So these, I guess, are supposed to be little lifted stages for the dancers. And they come kind of like Soul Train or something. They got the little different platforms so people can kind of showcase themselves. Same way with these, with the Chua towers. We've got them lit up so that you can come up here and do your thing. Do your little dancing. Yeah, you got the idea there. I like the way they've done the curtains. I don't know if maybe they remove those or put them to the side when they're actually open and they have some dancers come out from there or what. Like I said, I don't really go to the bar kind of places except to admire the build. Again, these are the Chua shelves with pillars, Chua pillars used for the staircase. Really nice staircase. A smooth walk, there's no getting caught on or anything. Followed suit with the tables and chairs up here, just in more individual rather than large group sitting spots. Guess this is the little VIP room. You have to kind of get permission to go in. The little lounge areas. For a little more personal one-on-one. Maybe that's where they get the lap dance. I don't know. I don't think I want to know. Little private smoking area. Let's see. That door was upside down. Interesting way of doing it. And public restroom again. That one has a banana in it. What's that banana doing in there? Again, I don't think I want to know. Nice use of the protostar decor there. Some strange lighting effects. Notice they use a lot of items that have these little glowy effects to their advantage to kind of... Oh man, we can't get in there either. Trying to sneak a peek. Guess it's just the VIP area. You can kind of see it from over here, up above. Again, with them using it as an RP area, they probably have certain parts blocked off for special use. Oh, it's not, is it? Tell us more. What is the strangest thing you found in the public restroom that's not a banana? Yeah, it looks like to be a little VIP area that we've got set up. I'm just kind of sneaking a look from a distance. But I like how it's not just straight up and down. They've kind of slanted it a little, give it a little more classier feel. And I guess this would be the DJ booth up above, where he's controlling all the music, the little DJ bot. Yeah, this may be a question I shouldn't have asked. So that is the skill in Cherub. So sorry, Flynn, if I've said that wrong. By Vlyn, also known as Leo's Sunward. And I guess that's suitable too, because we started off with his plot, with one of his plots, and we're ending with one of his plots. So that works out just great. Perfect. This is some kind of, what is that? Dominion, is that the, that's the military bunker thing, isn't it? The Dominion version. That's what gave him the room upstairs. These are huge. Wow, you come out and you're on the fire. Pretty strange. Well, I hope I hit everything in here. If not, again, my apologies to Blinn for not catching everything. I'm gonna do a quick run just to make sure I didn't miss anything. That led nowhere. Because there's a lot of like faux doors and things, so you never know what actually leads to something else and what doesn't. Where we come out, that's a faux door. Oh, there's a here. Where's that go? Hey, I found a hobo house. Woo. See, we almost missed the hobo house. This would be my house. Okay, so see, it pays to kind of snoop around because you never know what you're going to miss. What they've got out here for you. And someone actually used the makeshift bulletin board as a makeshift bulletin board. That's a first, I think. So there you have the Skill in Cherub by Leo Sunward, aka Blinn. Again, his two plots, the one we toured at the first, and then this one, they will be reworked come the free-to-play. By reworked, I assume he means just completely demolished, especially this one, probably rebuilt differently and incorporating a lot of the new materials we're getting. Now the other one, I think he just plans on expanding it a little bit outward, because with the foresty part, I think it's a little more easier to do that with. But I think that's our tours for today. Wow, I think we went for a couple hours now. Just another quick reminder that Geeks of Nexus is doing their housing contest. It is for EU only. Jabbit Realm, both Exile and Dominion. You have until September 4th to enter your plot for that, so you do have a little bit of time to finish up on any little last-minute additions you want to make to it. But don't wait too long, because once the time is up, the judges will close the door and start touring. I think they're already up to over 20 entries so far. It's not exactly evenly split between the two factions. I think there's more Exile entries than there are Dominion. So if you're on Dominion side and you're not sure you have a shot, go for it anyway, because there's really not a lot of entries on that side, so you have a better shot than some of the rest of us. But definitely give that a shot. You never know. There's lots of plat up for grab. There's several categories. So you never know what will interest the judges, what will impress them the most. So definitely just give it a try. The worst that can happen is you don't win. Big whoop. But they'll be announcing the winner for that on, I believe it's September 20th. They will be having their Geeks of Nexus live podcast at that time to announce the winners and distribute the monies. I think they even said that they'd been given some, I don't know if it's the Fancy Pants codes. I think that's what they were talking about, that they might be giving to some of the winners and runners-ups and stuff like that. So keep your ears peeled for that. I know that they got a pretty big donation from a forum member that's already going to be funding their next competition, but they want to finish this one up before they start thinking about that one. So that's one thing. The other thing is a reminder that yes, the closed beta free-to-play PTR is open. Well, it's available. If you want to get in on that and you haven't gotten your key yet, be sure and sign up if you haven't already. There's a link on my Twitch page for that. And I think that's it for today's house tours. Exile side on Jabbit-EU. Next week will be Dominion. So if you're interested in seeing those, be sure and drop by for that. Yesterday we finished up the public restroom mini project that I was working on for a guildmate. I am soon to be starting on a new, basically a full plot project. I had asked them, to get a hold of me if they had these little projects they wanted to get into, but I had a guildmate approach me today asking if I would be interested in taking on the entirety of his plot. He's got a lot of ideas, but he just doesn't have the time, or he says, he described it as he'll get started on it and then just kind of throw it all up in the air and go, I can't do this, or that kind of thing. So he's asked me to kind of tackle it, and so we shall see. So I will be starting that up probably not tomorrow, but maybe the next day. We'll start taking a look at some of the things we might be doing, talking about what kind of elements he wants specifically included and how we might be approaching those bits. Tomorrow, though, I think we're going to try and drop in on the PTR. I saw the patch notes from yesterday, and according to the notes, there were about 50 new decor items added. So I'm going to see if I can hunt down what exactly those were, and if it's anything nifty, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll take a look at those. If nothing else, I will hunt up some homes from probably some NA players that we normally don't get to see their houses up close, and we might do some tours from that. But that'll just be kind of impromptu stuff, nothing specific. So yeah, that's kind of what the lineup is for the next few days or so. I hope you enjoyed today's tours. If you enjoyed the show and you'd like to know when I go online for other things, be sure and follow. It's not a requirement, it's just a suggestion. Because Wednesdays, while I do go on the air at a specific time on Wednesdays, the other days it's kind of just hit and miss. Mostly in the mornings my time, but not always. It just depends. So the easiest way to catch me is to follow, and then you'll get alerted to when I pop on. But yeah, for those wondering, this is primarily just a housing channel. I don't do any kind of dungeoning or ship hands or dailies or anything like that. I think there's enough of those kind of streams out there that I don't need to litter it further with my horrible gameplay, because I think I would be probably dying of embarrassment of people watching me just kind of face roll across the keyboard as I play, mindlessly, blah, because that's kind of how I am. I have no skill whatsoever. So it's better we just stick to what I'm comfortable with, which is the housing. Um, anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I guess they call it the hump day, the Wednesday. Looking forward to what's coming up, and I hope you can join me. Um, until then, I'll wish you a good day. Bye bye.